Good morning. Carl here with today's Sustainability Theory News. Lead story is about the Shazam for Plants PlantNet. Now this story is from Root Simple Low Tech Home Tech, but PlantNet is for iPhone and Android, was released last year, and is a great citizen science project. And it still has some trouble with North American plants from some reviews. I might actually start using it this summer when I go out foraging and looking at wild plants. Next story is a YouTube video from Midwest Permaculture called The Clay Model. Now this is a great video about permaculture planning, and this graphic that I freeze framed here shows how if you place your house in the right spot at the edge of a forest, then the warm air from the tree trunks will blow across a garden so you can have a frost-free garden area throughout most of the year. I highly suggest checking out this video if you're into permaculture planning. Next story, quick, walnuts have lower calories than labels suggest. Now, walnut trees are valuable for timber. You can't really grow much in a permaculture environment because the nuts kind of, they drop and they release a chemical that prevents from other plants from thriving in that soil, as well as, I believe, the roots of the tree. But it still could be a valuable crop for you. Soil life exploding at Judy Farms. This is from Permaculture Voices. This podcast talks about high-density mob grazing, which is like permaculture or management-intensive grazing, and how that builds up the soil along with earthworms. Now, here's a nice article that is about a permaculture garden, just small-scale garden someone designed, and it's pretty good. It's simple. It has really good density, small paths with enough room to go around and maintain different areas. And they also have some chickens free ranging around, so there's forage feed for them. So it just goes to show you that you can design a small space garden that produces food nearly year round for both you and your animals. From Urban Gardens is a nice article showing pictures of vertical gardens, custom-made wood, metal, scrap, brand new materials, all sorts of different vertical gardens. And when you're in a small space, sometimes you need to go vertical in order to grow more plants. So you can check that out. Links are below, of course. Quick study from the University of Missouri over here at Science Daily. It's about nematode spit. I know, it's great and not disgusting at all. But anyway, anyone who grows plants knows nematodes are a serious problem. They're practically invisible to the naked eye, and they leach onto plants. And they've now found that a hormone is created that creates sort of a symbiotic relationship, but really it's parasitic, just leaching nutrients away from the plants. Another good permaculture design story, this one from Temperate Climate Permaculture, shows the different layers of a permaculture garden, edible forest gardens, some videos here, and talks about the different layers of the garden. And that's important. You got to have different layers to your garden. It's multi-story gardening. The mycelial fungal layer, that's where it all starts, right in the soil, and then just moves up from there. And remember, you can utilize every cubic foot of your garden, not just square foot on the ground, but cubic foot, both below ground and above ground. And this is a site I found out about from the previous site we've just talked about. Permaculture Database is a database all about edible good plants. Mostly wild as well as agriculturally raised plants. So if you are interested in agricultural design, permaculture design, check this out. If you have any ideas to submit here, please contribute. Citizen science projects are a big help in the sustainability movement. Beef Magazine, Consumer Segmentation, Evolving Around Values. Now, this just talks about how about 50% of consumers still concern themselves traditional, while the rest of the segment, another about 50%, are concerned with health or free from antibiotics or naturally oriented buyers. So that has grown, obviously. 20 years ago, no one would say 50% are health oriented and organic focused on their food. Well, that's it for today. If you have any questions or if you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below.